So, it would appear that the recording stopped. Well, can't dwell on the past, I guess. So, where was I? Oh, yes. He had just got his headband. So, everything goes so. Team 1, Team 7. Team 7 is Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura, whatever her last name, and Naruto Namikaze. And no, I was gonna. And sorry, he's like, I have to be on a team with this, with the demon. What? No, I was gonna. Why did I get on the team with the Banshee? With the Banshee and the emo, and that's gonna make the fangirls mad. But like, a lot of the boys in the class are gonna be like, the boys are gonna laugh. Like he kind of right though. And Kakashi's gonna show up late again. Naruto's gonna be like, he's gonna create a more elaborate prank. So like, it's gonna be like, he essentially just takes Sinbon with paralysis poison on them. Like he knows how to do poison as well. So like he makes a launcher, something that launches the paralysis Sinbon at Kakashi. Like it only lasts for a few minutes. So like, and they're aiming for his, and it's aimed at his like torso. It's not aiming for anything vital. Like he made sure it wouldn't hit anything vital when he was setting it up. So, like the only way it would hit anything vital is if he was coming in on a handstand. Like that's the only way it would be lethal. And Kakashi gets caught by this. Cause like, wait. So he just gets paralyzed for like a few minutes. Then he gets up. Who did that? No, he's gonna raise his hand. Good work on traps, I guess. Also, you need to keep your guard up everywhere you go. And Kakashi's gonna kind of like this kid, because like he takes this, like he's like, this kid actually realizes that there's danger everywhere. So like, yeah. On to meet me on the roof in 5 minutes. And Naruto is just gonna walk out, jump out the window and run up the wall. And this is gonna make Sasuke mad. Oh, and the massacre doesn't happen. No. Team 7 isn't gonna be that. Team 7 is going to be Tomoki Uchiha, who is Sasuke's little sister by 2 months, but... And... I'd say... I'd say she... So yeah, someone else. Let's say... I'd say... Ino Yamanaka and uh, Yamanaka, Naruto, Namikaze, and Tomoki Uchiha. It's like the Uchiha massacre didn't happen in this, meaning that Itachi's still going to be in the village, meaning he won't join the Akatsuki. But Sasuke's still going to hate him because like he wants to be stronger than his brother Itachi. But like, so yeah, that's going to happen. And Tomoki is going to be she's not gonna be stuck up like most Uchiha. She's not gonna be like, yeah, we're the best. Like, it's gonna be like, hey. And she's gonna use the Sharingan like a tool. She is gonna have the one Tomoe right now. No, not yet. So the one Tomoe is, she's gonna get that later. She's gonna unlock it later. So not like the whole thing, like Kakashi like comes in late, Sinbon still happens. And they go up to the Tom. So Ino, I don't remember what she said. She said that she wants to be with a certain someone. I guess, I don't know. And then Tomoki is gonna be like, well, I want Tomoki's gonna be like, I wanna protect my brother and be a great ninja, and then I wanna surpass and protect my brothers. And then Naruto's gonna be like, I want to be the greatest fox. No, he's not gonna say that. He's gonna say he wants to become the greatest ninja that he can, and he wants to master his techniques. Like, this group's kind of dull. Oh, So, meet me at training ground 7 tomorrow. It's gonna be like, so, everyone still watches. All the teams watch. They want to see how Tomoki does. So, yeah. They're gonna watch Tomoki do her thing. And Tomoki, she's not strong enough to take care of Kakashi. Like, she's still she's kind of arrogant. Like, she's very prideful, but she's not blind. She's arrogant right now. She is currently arrogant, but that's gonna get beat out of her real quick. Ooh, that sounded like something that could get me arrested. Ooh. Yeah. So Naruto's gonna be like, and Naruto is like Rock Lee speeds. Like no, oh, like yeah, that's the kind of stuff we're dealing with right here. Like, he is extreme. Yeah, he is extremely strong. Like, extremely fast. So yeah, he's like in canon. He's not gonna go off and hide. He's gonna like, and he is gonna. Kakashi's gonna be like, pulls out his book, and then Naruto's gonna say, I'm gonna do some hand sizes. Firebolt. As just a bolt of fire about the size of his fist just blazes out of his mouth. No, out of his hands. Like, out of his right hand. And this thing is moving fast, too, so Kakashi dodges it, and he puts away his book real quick, because, like, this kid could be some trouble. So first off, that makes people impressed, because he managed to get Kakashi to put his book away, so, like, it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, he might be pretty good. And then he goes, and then Kakashi doesn't go on the offensive, like, but Naruto does. No, he's finally learned the offensive fox taijutsu. He knows that now. It's like he knows the offensive, defensive, and neutral fox taijutsu. And like, it's gonna be and then he's gonna do some hand signs, and he's gonna create a clone. So, and he and his clone are gonna charge at Kakashi. Naruto is going to use Steel Claw, lengthening his claws by about a few inches and making them hard as steel. He's then going to... So yeah, Kakashi's like, okay, this could be some problems here. He's like... So like, he kind of gets serious. It's like, he, Sorry if you guys can hear the stuff that goes on outside my room. I keep my door closed while recording. Oh, I keep it closed most of the time. But like, I make sure it's closed while recording. But like, yeah. But then Kakashi's gonna go on the offensive, and then Naruto's gonna say, "Fire hands, fire dome," and he's gonna create that dome of fire around himself. And it's not made the same way the Hyuga's thing is, because but it's made kinda like that, but it's not the same. Cause like it requires him to spin as well with it. He doesn't get dizzy from it, but and he can see through the fire, but the enemy can't. It's like, and this is gonna make Neji I'd say this is gonna make Neji and Hinata like, that's kind of like our thing, like that's kind of like the thing, as well as Hiyashi, I think his name was. Yeah, him too. That's the thing that the Hyugas do. Like, and Kakashi's gonna get a bit of distance, and I was gonna say, gonna do some hand size wind tail, and then just this tail that's about however tall Naruto was just sprouts out of his back, and he just, and that happens, and he just hits Kakashi with it, and it cuts him really badly. Like, it cuts him up pretty bad. But Naruto is able to keep pace with Kakashi. And Kakashi's like, okay, no more playing around. And he pulls up his headband to show his Sharingan. And then, I was going to say, is going to, essentially, and then Naruto is going to cuddle him, is going to just kind of hug himself while doing hand signs. And then Kakashi's going to get surrounded by foxes. It's like, and then all the foxes jump on top of him, and they just kind of cuddle him. This is fox cuddle. Like, it's a... And Kakashi's kind of liking this, because, like, ooh, I'm getting cuddled by a bunch of foxes. So, like, it's a difficult thing to break out of. Like, the genjutsu itself isn't that strong, but, like, you have to want to get out of it. So, like, and a lot of people don't want to get out of it just because of the way it works. And then it changes into fox meal, and Kakashi, he feels like he's being eaten alive by a bunch of little foxes, and Naruto is just gonna walk up. It's like Naruto, because like Kakashi's just flailing on the ground right now, and he's just gonna cut off one of the bells and then walk away. And then Kakashi, release. Oh, that. And like, because like the Sharingan is the only way he managed to break out of that. If he didn't have, because like the fox genjutsus, they don't have many, but they're really strong. and difficult to break out of. And so like Kakashi felt like he was being eaten alive. It's like, and then Naruto just walks up a tree and just sits there watching while the other two try painfully to get the bells. And like, so, yeah. Oh, and the blue fire clone didn't come into effect, so he dispels. So he has that help those two. Kind of. It's like he just, yeah. So yeah, she's gonna be like. So Kakashi's gonna be like, Naruto, you pass, and cause like the other two, they were not willing to. Like the other two, they were not willing to work together, and therefore they could not get the bells. But Naruto was able to get the bells, so I didn't need for teamwork that time. So yeah, after that, I'd say that Naruto's gonna be like. So after it's all done, Kakashi's kind of messed up from the fight with Naruto, but he was still able to keep going. So then afterwards, like he's like, Kakashi, let me heal you up. He bites his thumb, rolls up his sleeve. Like it's a short sleeve, so like he just pulls up his sleeve and just wipes it over a tattoo of a fox, and then a fox just poof. So yeah, that happens. Naruto's like, hey, so the name doesn't matter, but like, hey, could you heal him? And he's like, the fox, because like, this is a healing fox. Like, sure thing, Naruto. And then he's gonna do it. And then Kakashi gets healed up. Like Kakashi, like this kid's pretty good. Like he's got summonings already. The fox summoning at that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Then there's the yeah. So then there's the then the other two get tied up to the post, and like Naruto tries to feed them, but Tomoki's like, no, and then Ino's like, yeah, I am kind of hungry, but like Tomoki, she's like, I'm not gonna eat from you. I'm not gonna be baby fed. Okay, and Tomoki's just kind of goes without food while Ino, she gets fed by Naruto. She gets given a food pill. Naruto gives her a food pill. And Kakashi's like, congratulations, Ino, you passed. Tomoki, you need the whole point of this was teamwork. Tomoki, I am disappointed in you. So yeah, that happens. Tomoki's like, yeah, like, so yeah, Tomoki's gonna be like, eh. So yeah, that happens. After that, I'd say that Naruto's gonna be like so yeah, they go home. They're like, huh, Naruto did pretty good with that. Like, I'd say he might be low Jonin level. Yes, I am making him OP. And that was only a fraction of the jutsus Naruto knows. That's only some of them. there's still a few more he hasn't shown yet. And if you guys have any ideas for some more jutsus I could give him, like, go ahead, comment down below. Like, and also give me a bunch of fox jutsus, like some homemade jutsus, and kind of just tell me what they do. You know, so yeah, just please give me some more stuff to do. Then but yeah, so like onto the whole missions they go the same. Like Tomoki's like, and then they get the bridge, they get the Tazuna mission. Like, my Tomoki's like, my talents are being wasted on chores. Like, Narato's gonna be like, it is kind of boring now. So like, they get the Tazuna bridge mission. It just Minato's still the Hokage. So yeah. Yeah. And Tomoki's she's getting better. She's becoming less arrogant. But she's still arrogant, but not as much as she was to begin with. She's not Sasuke levels of arrogant. And Sasuke replaces Ino on whatever team that she was on. I guess, I don't know. So, yeah. After that... yeah. So yeah, after that happens, Naruto's gonna be like, so yeah, Tazuna's gonna come in and insult everyone. Naruto's not gonna care, like, he made fun of my height. He's gonna insult him back, though. Shut it, you drunkard. That's essentially what he says. Make sure you're sober before we get moving tomorrow, before we head out. Guys like, we meet at the gates tomorrow. Like Naruto says, make sure you're sober by then. So yeah, that happened. So, and Kakashi like, yeah. The whole the Demon Brothers deal so much. Just one sec. Okay, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. So essentially, okay, so yeah, essentially what happens was yeah, so they meet up at the gate. Naruto had I'd say Naruto has his stuff in a scroll, in some scrolls, and Naruto's like, so yeah, the Demon Brothers, they walk up against that. Naruto looks at the puddle, then at Kakashi, then at the puddle. Kakashi's like, huh, this kid's got good senses. Senses and awareness. And so so Naruto, they walk right past the puddle, but Naruto dropped some paper bombs in it first. So yeah, he drops paper bombs right next to the puddle. So so he turns around right as the Chunin brothers come out. The others turn around with him, and Naruto just says, release. Or it does the half tiger, release. So yeah, after that, yeah. So, and the two brothers, they get blown to bits. It's like he put glass jars on top of the thing, on top of the tags. So yeah, I don't know. So Yeah, no, he doesn't. But yeah, he could, yeah. So yeah, that's how that works. So yeah, after that, Naruto, they keep going. No, they question the Tuning Brothers. Like Naruto's like, we won't tell you anything. Then Naruto just puts them in the fox meal genjutsu, and they feel like they're being eaten alive again. Like, and Kakashi sees how they're acting, and he realizes what he just he's putting them through. He's like, oh wow, like he did not hesitate to just torture these poor guys, and they tell him the information he wants, and then he, don't worry, I won't kill you. Then he cuts their Achilles tendons, and then he stabs their hands. With kunai, like, where would be the fun in that? And he just lets them crawl away. But right as they get out of the clearing, he says, summoning jutsu. And just this really, and then there's this just a fox the size of a, and there's this fox the size of a large wolf that just appears. Like, there's a meal over there for you. It's like, ooh. And he just goes and eats the Tuning Brothers. It's like, so it's like, yeah. Yeah, because like, he said he wouldn't kill them. He said he wouldn't kill them, not that he wouldn't summon someone else to. It's like, no, she's like, eh. That, like, he, Naruto throws a shuriken at the bunny that was there. Like, he was like, you killed it. Like, like, this is a animal substitution. It's it's meant to. It's meant so that if you hear a sound and go to check it out, you just think it was an animal, and then he says, "Duck," and he tackles Tazuna. Naruto tackles Tazuna and says, "Duck." So, and everyone hits the ground. Like, Ino and Tomoki, they barely missed the thing. It's like, it's, whew. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Naruto's gonna be like, ah. So, Zabuza, the demon of the mist. So, you know me, kid. Yeah, you're in the bingo books. It just so happens I'm a bit short on cash. And he just pulls out his kama, or his fox fangs, as they're called. So yeah, Naruto's like, and he just goes in and he starts fighting Zabuza, and Zabuza's like, okay, he has two weapons, and they are very good at dealing with my sword. Like he's like, okay, so this kid could be a problem. Like, this kid's causing me a bit of trouble. So it's like, and he backs up, says, then Zabuza creates a clone, and then so does Naruto. Naruto creates a blue fire clone, while Zabuza creates a water clone. And and the two of them collide, and Naruto's blue fire clone just turns into a normal fire clone. And then it just goes up like, and it runs up towards Zabuza. So yeah. Yeah, that happens. And Naruto is using a technique called he's using hiding like a mole technique, and Zabuza can't sense him. So like, you know, that happens. And then Naruto just comes up from underground, grabs Zabuza's ankles, and pulls him down. Coming up, no, he jumps out from underneath Zabuza, trying to slash at his back. He just tries to slash at Naruto's back. It's like, okay, so this is a problem. So Naruto's like, this kid, like, then Haku just throws some Sinbon at Zabuza's neck. I'm a hunter nin, here to collect his bounty. And Naruto says, no, his bounty is mine. And he just attacks Haku. So like Haku, she just throws a few Sinbon at Naruto. They don't hit. Naruto managed to make sure they don't hit any vital spots, but he gets knocked out for about a few minutes. So he can't move for a few seconds. So like yeah, and then Haku just runs away with Zabuza. He's like, damn it, and like Kakashi, Tomoki, and Ino like, okay, he wanted that bounty really, really bad. Why? It's like they don't know that Naruto doesn't live with his parents anymore. He lives out in the forest of death. Yeah, you know the spire. That's where he lives. He lives in that thing. Or the tower that they use for the tuning exams. That's what they use. That's where he lives now. He's grown a garden and all that stuff, and he hunts for food, and so he's become quite good at masking his presence as well. So yeah, that happens, and then Naruto's like, eh. So like, guess it can't be helped. And they go on their way. Like they don't have a need to stop at Tazuna's house, but they still do. So like, I think I'm just gonna stop the recording here. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you drink, but first, take a sip of water. Now, I'll see you guys next time.